Okay, good morning guys. Today we'll understand how use params work. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, I hope you could see my screen. Let me check. Yes, you guys can see my screen. Okay, let's get to Amazon Books. Amazon Books, and let me show you something. No. Okay, see when I click on a book, there is an ID here, and there are like thousands of book here, maybe lakhs of books here, I don't know. See, if I click on this book, after amazon.in, you can see there is some ID is here that is different for each and every book. Like if I click on some other book, you can see there is an ID here. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is, let's say I am making an e-commerce website like Amazon. Now I have thousands or maybe lakhs of books. Now I have to make individual route for each of these books, no. Okay, but like that is too much of work, no, because let's say if I want, if user clicks on this, he must go to a separate route, he must go to this route and display this information. If user clicks on this book, he must go to this route and display this information. But like that's too much work, no. We have to make, like if we have 50,000 books in here, we have to make 50,000 routes. So that's kind of impossible task to do. So what we do is, instead we use params, and we can achieve this. Instead of having thousands of routes, we can achieve this by a single route. Yes, you heard me right, we can achieve this with a single route. So whenever a user clicks on this or this or this, whatever, on whichever link user clicks, will get on this will change and this information will be displayed. If he clicks on this book, then this URL will change and this information will be displayed. So yes, URL will change and the pages will also change, but as a developer we only have to make one route, only a single route, and not 50,000 routes for 50,000 books. Okay, I hope you got this, what I am trying to tell you. So now let's make it so that you guys will understand, no. So let me close all this. Okay, no, okay, here is what I made. Let me just pin it. Okay, here is what I made. What we have here is it's just a basic app for you guys to understand how use params work in React Router. Okay, so see, now we are here. Okay, this is our app.js. First let me show you this index.js. Obviously I imported this browser router from React Router DOM, and I applied this browser router context here. You guys know this. If you guys don't know anything about React Router, I recommend you watching the first video of this series. Okay, here I will be covering use params only, no, and not the basics of like how React Router works. For that you have to watch the previous video, the first video of this series, no. Okay, so okay, we are importing it here. We are giving 4 links here. You can see in the view, home, products, cart and wish list. Okay, and corresponding to these links we have 4 routes defined. Okay, you guys can see that there are 5 routes defined, but just focus on these 4 for now, no. So for this home, we have this home. When I click on home, this is home is written, and these are all in pages, no. See, in home we have this home. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so this is home also written here. This is a products link, and it gets to the product listing page, and you can see the product listing page here. Products are being listed. let me show you the product listing page also that I have made. It's a simple page, no. I have this books database, this database, a simple database of books. See, where some of I listed some books, and we are just mapping over these books and not much. So yeah, this is how we get this page, product listing page. Let me close this. Okay, so product listing page is done. Now for now, forget about this, I will tell you later what it is. Now we come on cart page and see cart page. There is nothing but this is cart is written. You could see it here also in cart.js. This is cart is written, and finally we are on wish list, and in wish list you can see this is wish list is written, this is wish list. Okay, you can find the wish list page here in the pages section. Okay, so yeah, that's done. That's the basic structure of our app. Now let me tell you what we are trying to accomplish here. What we are trying to accomplish here is what Amazon has done with all its products. That is exactly what we are trying to accomplish here using use params. Okay, because we do not want to have thousands of routes for thousands of books, no, like that's not feasible. So since you guys know this is the product listing page, and here I am just mapping over this books database to show all the books in the view. You can see, yes, this is the product listing page. You can see all the books in the view, and it's like it's the basic stuff. You guys might already know this. See here I am mapping over title, price, author and rating, and in books DB, books database, you can see title, price, author and yeah, rating. So yes, let me close this also. I am mapping over it, and here I am doing like title by author, title, author. Okay, so yeah, that's by is not. Let me do this and this and this. Okay, now you can see title by author and yeah, name of the book. Okay, price and rating. Okay, you can see these things. And now let's come to the crux of this video, how use params work. Okay, now what we want is, when I click on this view detail, I should be directed to a particular page related to this book. Okay, when I click on view detail for this book, I should be directed to the particular page containing details of this book, है ना, and so on for all the other books. Okay, so here what I am doing is I gave a link to the product detail page here. Okay, but and you can see in app.js, I also made a route for product detail page. This is the route for product detail page. You see the path is matching, same path, product detail, and here I am just what I'm just giving out the product detail, this product detail component, and it's nothing, it's just one line, no, nothing more. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. But what happens here in this case is, every time when I click on view detail, it will go to the same page. See, every time I click on view detail, it will go to this page, this product detail page, and here it is written. So we are getting the same in the view also. That's logical. So yes, let me come back here. Okay, every time I click on thing, I click on this, I'm getting to the same URL. You can see this URL also and this view also, we are getting to the same page. That we want to change, but for that to change, what we have to do is, we have to make a separate route for this and this and this, and all of these we have to make a separate route where the details of that particular page will be displayed. Okay, but that's not feasible, so let's use params. Okay, so how we do that? Let me show you the books database. Here you can see we have ID here, although let me just do this. Okay, although this ID I made it by using UUID, but since you are a front-end developer, the back-end team should provide this database, and hence this ID for each product should be provided by the back-end team. Okay, but here I used UUID. Actually, I already made an e-commerce website using React, and there I used underscore ID, and from there only I copied this data. That's why here it is underscore ID, or you can have any name here, but yeah, ID seems logical. So okay, let me close this. Now what I want is, whenever a user clicks on this, he must go to a page or a URL, a separate URL for each of these books. So let's do it. So let's make this URL dynamic, no? So it should change every time. So we could do it using this backtick only, backtick, and okay. Now it should go to a particular ID. See, let me just make it bigger. You can see ID here, the particular ID of that book. Let's go to product again. Now if I do view details, you can see a different ID starting from 5B33 and something. If you go to here, you can see a different ID, you can see a very different ID, and so on. Okay, so we are halfway through. How we are halfway through? We are able to give ID here. Let's say this is the first step. Let me write steps somewhere so that you guys could understand better. Let me just have readme.md, not me, readme.md. Okay, so step number one is make ID, make link on products page dynamic. Okay, so that we did, but although we have made the this link dynamic, we are getting to different pages. But note that although we are getting this URL, but nothing exists on this URL. There is no route corresponding to this URL. Let me reiterate. See, although we are getting to this particular URL that is different for each product, there is no route corresponding to this particular path or this particular URL. Okay, hence we are not getting anything in the view. Okay, so you guys understand this. So let's make a route corresponding to this URL. Now you might be thinking that we have to make different routes for different URLs. Like for this we have to make a, like, obviously no, we have to have a different path for this, then we have to have a different path for this because a different URL, and so on. But it's not the case. We'll make a single URL. Let me show you how we'll do it. So you guys could see that we already have this route product detail, no? So see here, we are already, but here after product detail we are having ID. This is the only difference between this URL and the URL here, the URL in app.jsx. There we don't have ID, we have the product detail route. Till here we have. Okay, so let's make it dynamic. How we'll do it? We do it using this, what we call it, it's not semicolon, it's, I forget the name of this symbol. So yeah, we do this by using this, and we'll just say we can use any name here, like you can use Rajat here and see it will work. I hope it will work. See, it's working, no? It's working. When I click on view details, it shows this element, it renders the product detail element where we have wrote a single line only and not much. Okay, when I click on any of the links, it just gets on this product detail page. Okay, so this is the second step, getting a component rendered in the view. Okay, so here we in the first step we made dynamic URL. Let me just write this only. So yeah, in the first step we made the URL dynamic, then we getting same component rendered in the view. Then each of these dynamic URLs we got this same component rendered. Okay, now still our work is not finished. Why? Because remember what we wanted, we want whenever user clicks on any of these links, a different page should open, that should show the details of this book only. And whenever user clicks on this book, a different page should open, and that page should display the details of this book only. But in this case we are getting to the same page, like every single time we are getting to the same page. So let's change it. Now we are using use params. Okay, so how we'll do it? Okay, I just told you that we could use any name here that we want, no? So let's use, but whatever name we use here, we have to use the same name with use params also. Remember this thing, whatever name you are using here, you have to use the same name in the file where you are using use params also. So let's use a sensible name such as product ID. Okay, so this is a much more sensible name. So now let's go to the product detail page. That's because here we are rendering the product detail component only, no? Okay, like for each and every ID, for each and every book, we are rendering the same product detail component, no? So let's go to the product detail page. Okay, here till now we are displaying only this single line, but now that has to change. We want different details to be displayed every time. So we'll import use params from not React, from React Router DOM. Okay, so this I did. Now let me destructure it. Const product ID is equals to use params. Okay, I'll explain you what is happening here. First let me just make sure that the things are working fine. Okay, so we are getting ID here, that means it's working. Okay, okay, so what is happening here? I told you that you have to use the same name with use params. Whichever name you are using, sorry, whichever name you are using here, you are using here, not here, not here, using here, using here. This is the dynamic kind of dynamic name, so you have to use the same name here. So we use the same name here and we are getting the product ID, and this is nothing but this is, if you guys know the use context hook, if you don't know use context hook, doesn't matter, just remember this line. If you know, this is just a context that is use params, is just a context that is being created by React Router DOM, and we are importing this use params from that particular context, and finally we are destructuring it to get the product ID. Okay, now you guys see it's so it's so simple. Now you guys think with logic, since we are able to get product ID, since we are able to extract product ID, we could easily render that particular component here, no? Because we could either it is not necessary to use filter. You can just use the find method of JavaScript and you could find the particular product having the same product ID and display it here, and every time, since this product ID is changing every time, you can see the changing product ID in the URL also. Since product ID is changing, so the details will also change in here. Okay, so let me just do it so that you guys will have a better understanding. Let me remove this. Now we have product ID here. Let me just do this, product ID. Now see every time we are getting to a different page. See we are getting this ID. Now let me again go to a different book. See, we are getting a different ID, and so on. We'll get a different ID every time we click on a different link. So that's done. We did it using a single route, that is this. We use only this. We, instead of having different routes for all of these books, we use a single route. Okay, and these in our database, although we only have these details, that there may be different details such as like details of the book, when the book was published, and so on and so forth. All of these details you could display in here, since you already have the product ID with you, no? Okay, you are understanding what I am trying to say. Like, let me just go ahead and show you how to do it. Product detail. Okay, so okay, let me import product cart, and then we'll make this component product cart. Just follow where I am going and you will soon understand. Okay, it's like you must have done this. It's just I'm making a component, and what I'm thinking is I'll make a component, then I'll pass the particular product. I'll find the particular product which has this same ID, product ID, and I'll pass that product as props in product cart. Then I'll display it in the view. Let me just show you. It's quite easy, no? So import product cart from pages. You might say there is no product cart here in pages, and I know. I'll make one. Okay, no module found, no worries. We'll make a module in pages. Let's make a mod product card.js, and we'll have function product card, and what I wanna, and let's export this. Okay, let's export this, and here we'll have, like, I'll say just prop. Okay, so what I wanna return is inside this prop I want product to come. Okay, that particular product with that particular ID on which I have clicked, no? So that I want. For that, what I have to do is It's easy. See what I am doing is, I am doing just this. First I'll be product ID. So let me first also import a database so that I could find which product has this ID, and then I could pass that particular product as prop to this product card component. Okay, so yeah, let me do it. Import, what was the name, booksdb from pages. Why it's not showing? Okay, I don't have to go to the pages. So yeah, booksdb. Here also no need to go to the pages because it's in the same directory, no? So yes, okay. So yeah, I have imported booksdb and I have imported this. So let's do this. I'll say const product is equals to, and what will be the product? Const product is a single book from the booksdb database. Const product is equals to, let us just iterate over this. Let me call each of the books a book, and if book dot id matches this id, product id that we are getting, product id. Okay, I am not using find. Okay, if so, what find will does is, when book id, what find will do is, whenever a book id matches the id given by us, it will return that particular book. Let's say this id matches, then it will return this book. So yeah, that is what find does, and it will stop iterating after that point. So yes, we are getting product here. Now let's do it. Let's just do product card component, product card, and let's pass this as a prop. Let's say its product is equals to product. Don't get confused, this product is this product, no. Product card component, and yes, I am passing. Okay, okay, so sorry, I am doing something very wrong. Okay, now I'm this product is this product, no. Can I remove this? Okay, so let me, instead of product, let me write just pro so that you guys could understand. So yeah, this is this product we are passing in product card component. So the product card component, let's say, okay, we are receiving prop here. So what I want is, I want the elements of this prop to be displayed. So let me just check if it's working. What I did is, I did just product here, no, pro here. Okay, no, let me just do book here, book. Okay, now in here let me do prop dot book, and just wrap it here. Let's see if we are getting somewhere. It says objects are not valid. Okay, yes, you know that book is an object. So yes, let's render the name here. we cannot render the object directly. Okay, I am not getting anything here because okay, name is not an uh, a key in book, so instead of name let's use title. Title is there. Now I should get something. Yes, I am getting. Now you can see we are getting to different page every time, and we are doing it using only a single route. See, now you could do this. No, now instead of only rendering the name here, you could render a whole lot of information that Amazon renders, because there is a fixed pattern, no, and they are getting all of that information from the database itself. What information? Like books author, books details, book summary, and all of these details you could have in this book database only. And then what you could do is, here you can whenever this ID matches, you could pass this product as prop in here, and then you could have like whatever it is, book detail or book summary, and whatever it is, you can just render it in the view. So yeah, we can do it like this. So I hope you guys understand. Oh, like what did I broke here? Cannot read title. Why it cannot read title? What did I do? It should read title, no? Okay, here I am passing book only. What did I break here? I am not sure. Let me just refresh it once. It was working fine just a minute ago. What happened? Yes, it's working fine now. Okay, so what we did, first we make the URL dynamic. I am just revising everything that you have learned till now. First we are making the URL dynamic, and how we did it, I'll show you how we did it. First let me go through all of these points. Then we got the same component rendered in the view. Then we imported use params and got ID. Okay, and finally using that ID, using applied find method, so that we could find the product corresponding to that ID. And from where we are getting that ID? We are getting that ID from this page. Now let me again go through it by opening pages one by one. How we are getting to dynamic URL? In product listing page, I made the URL dynamic by doing this, so that we are getting to different URL every time, but there is no component or no element at that URL, at this URL. So yeah, like there is nothing in this URL initially. Okay, so that's done, but at least we are getting dynamic URL. Now second step is we want some component to be rendered in the view. Okay, so we want some component to be rendered in the view. So where is my app.js? Yes, here it is. So what we did for that is, I did this in that URL. If you remember, in this URL I did here in product listing, I did product details / this dollar and ID to make this URL dynamic, and here I did same product detail, and here I added this thing only. I did this sign is very important to make this dynamic. I could have any name here, I could have used any name here, and whatever I use, this component will be rendered. Okay, so this is done. Okay, But here there is another problem. What is the problem? I am getting the same component rendered. Okay, this is the product detail. Okay, now I have to make this component dynamic. Okay, I have to make component dynamics and get id to make, okay, and get id, just do this and get id. So in order to make the component dynamic, make the rendered component dynamic. Okay, so yes, we are making in third and fourth step. So in third step, what we did, we imported use params. So come to product detail, this is what was rendered, but here to make this component dynamic, we imported use params from React Outer DOM, used use params to get product id, and when we got the product id, we found that the particular product that we want. Once we got that particular product that we want, I passed that product into this. Okay, since the third step is done here, we got the id. Now we applied find method. I applied this find method to find that particular product and pass that particular product in product card.js to display it according to my needs. Okay, so yeah, that's how use params work. That's how use params work. One could have different elements rendered without having to write different routes. One can have thousands of components, different components rendered without having to write thousands of routes. Okay, so yeah, we are able to do it. When we clicking on different links, we are getting to different pages with different URLs, but only one route. We wrote only one route for all those corresponding links. So that's how use params work. I hope you could understand it. If you did, I would love if you subscribe to my channel if you extracted any value from this video. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and I'll meet you tomorrow with a new video in this series only. Okay, bye.